everybody. Amber Theoharis along with James Jones and Eric Allen. This is not the way that the Raiders wanted to start the season, especially after all the energy surrounding the end of last season with Antonio Pierce. And so the Raiders lose to the Chargers 22-10. And there's many, many different reasons. I would have to say defense in the second half, the run game that the Chargers were able to produce is one of just many. And JJ's going to tell you turnovers are an issue.
Every time.
Every time.
Turnovers.
Yeah. All right. Well, three big things that we're going to be talking about on this show. Number one is Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh did what Jim Harbaugh does.
All the time.
All the time. It was a Jim Harbaugh game, and we'll explain what that means. He ran the football effectively. Also, Brock Bowers, a highlight. We saw the potential of this young rookie and what this offense could look like with him in it. But we also saw J.K. Dobbins for the Chargers and the run game, going back to what we said about the Raiders not being able to stop the run in the second half. Especially, let's go out to the game action on the Chargers' opening drive, 3rd and 4.
Pressure.
Max Crosby coming, brings the sack. Look, that could have been anybody, guys. There's a couple.
98.
You're going to give it to 98.
I got you first. There you go. Look at that. Well, that's good. That's a sack.
Yeah, that's a sack right there. We'll take it. So the Chargers are forced to punt, and the defense is looking good early on. Here's the Raiders opening possession, 1st and 10. Jacoby Myers for 9 yards and a first down.
Get the ball out to your playmakers. Get it in their hands. I like it.
2 plays later, they said they're going to run the ball. Zamir White tries.
Yeah, it looked like a little funny handoff there at the end.
Yeah, but he ran into Joey Bosa, which is a problem for many people. And here's Trey Tucker for 8 yards on
Last
3rd
year,
down.
that receiver screen was not working. This year, great job.
Watch this, because it sets up 4th and 1. And this would become a problem later in the game because they can't get it done on 4th and 1.
Jim Harbaugh and both Antonio Pierce is about controlling the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
and we lost. This game was about today.
And we lost that battle today.
We did.
We lost that battle.
Chargers' next possession, there's Quentin Johnston. For 13 yards, taken down by Trayvon Merrick. 4th down, and they get a field goal, 53 yards from Cameron Dicker, the kicker. So the Chargers lead 3-0.
Defense playing good right now.
They are. Raiders' next possession. Time to get Devontae involved, and there's 1-7 finally.
Wide open.
Take some shots down that football field, man. Explosive gains help you win the football game. I wish we would have did that a little bit more.
All right, there we go. Devontae again. What a play.
That's how you come.
Adams.
That's how you come back and help your quarterback out. Right here, you see covered. Let me come back and get this ball right here for my quarterback. First down.
That was over Asante Samuel Jr. He's a heck of a corner too. All right, here we go. 3 plays. There it is.
Just drop it off.
Wow.
Hopefully you get 5 yards, but you know what? The hurdle and then the finish.
31 yards. Looked like a nice little play there, and then it turns into a 31-yard touchdown, and that's what we're looking for. Raiders lead 7-3.
Yeah, great job.
Absolutely. Look at the pocket, though. Clean pocket.
Yes.
Clean pocket right here. Everybody covered except the back. Dump it off to him, and he said, I'll make you look good. Hurdle. Get on to the end zone. That's a big-time play. Raiders up. 7-0. Ooh. Thought you had
That's just pure athleticism right there. I would have pulled about 20 muscles. Let's go to the second quarter here. Gardner Minshew to Brock Bowers for 6 yards. That's his first career reception.
Nemo action.
2 plays later.
There we go.
I love
Again.
There we go.
This design was great. You know, you're rolling out right, stop, and come back to the tight end who's acting like he's going to come across it. Oh, man. That's nice there.
But I want more of that, though, man. Our play-action pass game was working, and we just did not stick with it.
Here we go. Gardner Minshew looking there, but Morgan Fox and Khalil Mack, who the Raiders know well, get the sack. A loss of 12 yards, sets up a 3rd and 22. Very next play, Gardner Minshew is sacked again.
They were very disciplined,
Joey Bosa.
making sure those edges, you know, the quarterback couldn't get out.
So back-to-back sacks by 2 of the best pass rushers in the league. Here we go, Chargers next possession. J.K. Dobbins for no gain. So Jack Jones comes up with a tackle for loss, and Crosby brought the pressure on that one.
Look at this pressure again.
Ooh, that was close. We almost had us a takeaway right there. But we off the field.
Jim Harbaugh had to give him a little speech. So look, I know we don't have big-time receivers. We're going to run. We're going to run. Just hold on, guys. We're going to run here. Raiders with the ball, and this was a big mishap by Gardner Minshew. It slips out of his hand. It is ruled a fumble, recovered by Khalil Mack and returned for 22 yards.
And on the real, this is winning and losing football right here. It is 1 minute and 18 seconds left in the second quarter. It is our football, and we will get the football back. If we do not turn this football over, and let's even say we punt, it is not going to be enough time for them to go score, and it's our ball after halftime. Instead, it's their ball, and they get this ball in our area, man.
Yeah, at the 12-yard line.
That's tough.
But they did settle for a field goal. So here we go to the second half, and you're looking for opportunities here. Gardner Minshew scrambles to the left for 1 yard. So Raiders are forced to punt, and that's not good because, look, you come into the half with a 4-point lead. You come out with possession of the ball. That was an opportunity to get something going, and they weren't able to do it. But the Chargers, in turn, did not miss an opportunity on their possession with J.K. Dobbins rushing the ball to the middle for 46 yards. He is taken down.
So important to stop that run, particularly at the second level there. You gotta find a way to get that running back on the ground.
That's how Harbaugh wants to play, though.
Yes.
Man. Wear and tear, wear and tear, wear and tear, and then eventually,
in the red zone,
they will make the big play in the run game.
But watch the Raiders defense in the red zone here.
Held up again.
Pressure from Max
Pressure
there.
From Max again.
Bend but don't break.
And then the next play, it's
Field goal.
Cameron and Dicker, 24 yards for the field goal. So instead of 7, they give up 3. Chargers lead 9-7.
This was a terrible call.
Yeah,
Zamir White breaks free for 16 yards, but it comes back because, watch this, a penalty is called. Look at Michael Mayer. Holding.
That's
not holding.
That's textbook
That
right
is
there.
not holding right there, so that was tough. And then on the very next play, he fumbles, Zamir White.
1st and 14, we're about to have another explosive run, back-to-back explosive runs. That's an excellent play by Bosa right there, but you cannot turn the football over, especially on the road.
That's their second turnover of the game. Under 5 minutes left in the third quarter, Raiders with the ball. He finds Devontae Adams. This is what we need more of, 23 yards.
Whatever play that is.
That's what I'm saying. It seemed like that play was open all game long, and we ran it twice.
Yeah.
All right, first down Raiders. But the drive stalls.
Another blow.
So again, and they don't even get the field goal. It goes wide right. That's 49 yards.
Surprising.
That is something that Carlson hits 99% of the time. So the Raiders fail to take the lead. And here we go to the fourth quarter with the Raiders trailing by 2, but not for long. Early on, J.K. Dobbins and the Chargers take a 16-7 lead.
Remember early last year, we had some tackling issues, you know, and those things have to be cleared up. You're playing linebacker. That's what you do. You make tackles. You can't allow this.
How we both in the same gap right there?
Here's the Raiders' next drive. Gardner Minshew scrambles a little bit, finds Jacoby Myers. So we've seen explosive plays.
Yeah, we have.
Just need it more consistently. And then the finish.
Yeah, the finish.
Then the finish. You got to get in the end zone. Because 2 plays later.
But this is what we need more of, though. We need more of this. We need more of you moving in the pocket and making some plays. We don't need you standing in the pocket.
But JJ, look, we don't need that because that's the inconsistency you've been talking about throughout the game. Is you do something good, then you do something bad. Then you do something productive, then you do something unproductive.
Behind the sticks. My thing is, where are you going?
So again, Daniel Carlson looking for a field goal, this time from 32 yards out. He almost.
That was right down the middle.
Yeah, look, and you're right. Yeah, okay, right there. Didn't give us a heart attack whatsoever. Chargers still lead 16-10. Later in the fourth quarter, Alexander Mattison with the ball for 6 yards. The Raiders facing 4th and 1 again, and this is crucial. There's 7:15 left, and you know what? They don't go for it. Do you think that had something to do with them not being able to convert on short yardage earlier in the game? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Antonio Pierce said, you know what, let's take our chances with the defense. So here you go. Chargers have the ball, and J.K. Dobbins rushes for 61 yards. So they gambled on that, and didn't pay off. Take another look here.
All it takes is one little missed gap here, and he bounces it to the outside, and that could have been it's holding just like the other one.
Yeah, that's good patience right there.
Yeah,
by the running back finding that hole. Wear and tear, hardball football.
And then 3 plays later.
Open field tackling.
Yeah.
No tackling, and Ladd McConkey walks it in for 10 yards for the touchdown, and the Raiders are down now by 12 points late in the fourth quarter. But
I see that earlier.
frustrations start to get the best of the Raiders here on the 2-point conversion. Chargers are going for it, and watch on the bottom right of your screen there, on the right side of your screen, you can see a little scuffle starts to break out, and Jack Jones is ejected, Palmer's ejected on the Chargers side, and this is not what you want to see.
Yeah.
No.
Nate Hobbs was involved. Marcus Epps was involved. You have to look close at the tape to see what really happened. Nobody's sure. The refs did their best to figure it out down there on the field. I'm sure we'll see the replay many, many times. But the bottom line is the Raiders do not win this one. They walk away with a loss in a game that they could have won, a game that was close until late in the fourth quarter. But look at the numbers. JJ, hit me with the turnovers.
Yep, that's the only number I'm looking at. That number 3-0. 3 turnovers for the Raiders, 0 for the Chargers. That is not winning football for the Las Vegas Raiders. If we don't fix that, we are not going to win a lot of football games. I believe it will get fixed, though.
And look at the rushing yards for the Raiders. They only have 71 rushing yards in a team that wants to run the ball to set up the play action pass.
You have to.
You have to. And then meanwhile, you can't give up 176 yards on the ground. And that just is what it is. The Raiders actually won the time of possession.
Yeah. Which is your stat.
Which is my big stat. Usually if you can maintain possession of the ball, you have a better chance of winning.
That surprised me because watching the game, as well as they was running the ball for the Chargers, I thought our defense was on the field all game long. So that stat right there surprised me.
Yeah, like personality-wise, when you're going into this game, you think both teams want to run the football, be physical up front. Whoever won that battle would probably win the game. And that's kind of what I thought is you knew what Jim Harbaugh was going to be about. And that's the kind of same attitude, we want to play with. And it just didn't seem to match kind of what we were about, at the end of last year. Just didn't see that that vibe and that confidence that we played with so well last year.
We were ready for swag.
Yeah, and EA played on the defensive side of the ball. What's y'all main key when you playing defense? Getting off the bus, what's your job?
Hey, first of all, I'm picking balls off. I'm talking about taking one to the house if I can. Those guys up front, they have to, stop the run. But yes, in a game like this, when you know there's going to be very few opportunities, when the ball is in the air, you have to find a way to take it away, and that will kind of just collapse their offense. So you're right.
No question.
Need some turnovers.
You also need to get in the red zone to score, right?
Yeah.
I mean, last time I checked, usually getting in the red zone helps you score.
That'll help.
The Raiders did not get into the red zone until late in the game, and that is a problem.
And we only were there once? How many times?
Only there once.
Only there once. Yeah,
So,
that's not good enough.
Yeah, you can't wait till the fourth quarter to get in the red zone. So a lot of things to improve on. One of the glimpses that we saw was you're starting to feel good about the Alexander Mattison as the 1-2 punch as the number 2. We saw flashes. He had the 1 touchdown, but he's going to be coming up next. We're going to have a chance to talk to him about his touchdown and what the Raiders offense can focus on coming up.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro.
Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day
When I'll be the one
you dream.
it's gonna.
It's gonna be me.
Dude, are you crying?
Hey Raider Nation, when you come to see the Raiders take the field at Allegiant Stadium, you should do it from the best seats in the house. So grab an ice cold Coors Light, and you can enter to win tickets for these Coors Light silver seats at Allegiant Stadium. With plush seating, state-of-the-art beverage coolers, and wireless phone chargers, there's no better place to watch your Raiders bring home the win. Celebrate responsibly.
Taste is not an option. Taste is everything. 1800, the world's most awarded tequila.
Looking good, guys.
Thanks!
Oh, hey, Pickle!
Hi, Dad!
I brought Mom's glasses from the hotel.
Oh, great! She's in the ballroom, the big one!
I'm coming up!
Vacations are better with the credit gods on your side. Rewards once available to the few are now accessible to the many. Earn points for travel with Credit One Bank and live large.
Raiders Game Day is brought to you by Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, nonstop flights, only at Allegiant.com. America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. And by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Welcome back as the Raiders lose this one, and they're moving on to the Ravens. But one highlight of this was the touchdown by Alexander Mattison, who came in and gave the Raiders an early lead in the first quarter. Alexander joins us now. Thanks for being here with us. I know this is not the outcome that you wanted in Game 1, but what do you think is the number one takeaway for this offense? Your immediate thoughts?
I think just looking at how we performed, we got to start faster, but as you saw, the game went on. The run game got going. In the pass game, there's explosive plays to be had. We just have to make sure we hone in on those things and start out a little bit faster, start out with that in the first, second quarter and get that rolling. And then, from there, as you see, we're able to put up points and we're able to march down the field. We just have to make sure that we execute that throughout the game.
You've been a part of exciting offenses for the last couple years. What else can you provide for this offense to kind of give them that punch earlier in the game?
Definitely as you see in the pass game, catching out the backfield and blitz protection, some of those things that I pride myself on doing, trying to make sure that, it's a collective effort to protect the ball, protect the QB, and try and start downhill fast and physical. That's what I think if we establish ourselves early on, early and often is what I like to say, downhill, fast and physical type of mentality, and we'll continue to just churn. We got a lot of football left, so we have to make sure we move on from this one and look forward to those ones.
What's some adjustments y'all think you guys got to make for next week? You guys kind of explosive play here, then you take a sack, you're off schedule. Explosive play there, then you negative yardage run here. What's some of the stuff you guys got to do next week to kind of make sure you stay a little bit more consistent?
Yeah, we got to eliminate those plays, eliminate any turnovers, eliminate any negative plays, any pre-snap or post-snap penalties. We have to just clean it up, play cleaner football, and we'll be able to just keep rolling. You see the explosive plays are there. We just have to make sure that we capitalize on those, and that's by protecting the quarterback, protecting the football, and playing clean football.
How much focus you think this week will be on being more up-tempo and a little bit more urgency at times?
Definitely think that we should operate in that field more up tempo. We got to get faster in and out of the huddle so that we're not up against the clock and we can operate how we want to. Definitely give credit to the fans here that made it loud and made it hard for us to hear a little bit in the huddle. But as long as we can go into these environments like that and operate and execute, then we'll be fine. And I think we have a lot to take away from this game. Looking at it, we beat ourselves in a few different ways. So if we eliminate those, then we give ourselves a good chance.
What was kind of the message? I know you guys really don't want to react. It's game one. It's week one, right? You made the mistakes. You didn't come out on top. But what was kind of the message in the locker room after the game from Coach Pierce?
Just we can't beat ourselves. Raiders can't beat the Raiders, and I think a lot of what happened today was that. And, he emphasized that we have to make sure that we play together. And going forward from this, we take this, learn from it, and get back to the basics, get back to our fundamentals, get back to our teaching and our learning, and play some great Raider football going forward.
Last one for me. It's the first time for you being in Southern California playing with the Raiders versus the Chargers. Talk to us a little about the fan base and the vibe.
Oh, man, it was amazing. Raider Nation showed up. They made it hard on that offense, and it created an atmosphere that kind of felt like a double home game in a sense. So I'm excited to just continue to see Raider Nation show up, and it's amazing to be in that silver and black. I feel the energy, I feel the love, and I can't wait for us to continue to just push forward for Raider Nation and continue to have them show up for us.
Well, Alexander, we're looking forward to big things from you, and I know that not just the running backs room, but the entire offense is very lucky to have a veteran like you and your leadership in that locker room. Thanks for being here with us, and kudos on packing the winning outfit. I always like the mindset that I got to dress like a winner. So you look great. By the way, we were commenting on the outfit.
Thank you.
And one part of a winning mentality is being able to go for it in short yardage situations, right? And we touched on this earlier in the show. But it was glaring to me, a pivotal play in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes, 15 seconds left. It was 4th and 1, and Antonio Pierce decides to punt the ball. Now, that's a coach's decision, but the why behind that? The why is in the first quarter, they had 3 times to get 1 yard and weren't able to do it. So take a look. Here's 2nd and 1 early in the first quarter. Give it to Zamir White, not able to get it up. Okay, don't get it done there. Then what is it next? Oh, it's 3rd and 1, so you get another chance.
And see the handoff, how it was kind of...
We was messed up right there.
Yeah, it was kind of like a stretch play, but it wasn't
Don't get it done.
Stretch.
Here's a 4th and 1. God. So 3 different times.
And each one was worse, right? We're close on the first one. The second one, not very good.
Oh, I'm sorry, here's 4 times.
So...
I'm sorry, 3 times and then the punt on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
So that leads to a lack of faith in your head coach. And that's something to talk about because that should be a situation where you're able to believe in your offense to get 1 yard, especially when you haven't gotten in the red zone very much. You're driving, it's mid-4th quarter, you need to score, and you still decide to punt. That says a lot.
And it says a lot because, one, you have a defensive coach
who's
going to rely on his defense, the side of the ball that he knows and he understands. So that can weigh a little bit in what's happening, too. I'm pretty sure JJ, offensive guy, would have probably went for it.
You know what? I wanted him to go for that. But now watching it, I know why he didn't. Listen, I coach little kids. They always come, this open, sit back. You ain't made a play all day, right? So as an offensive coach, right, with your offensive coordinator, I see us getting beat up in the trenches. So if we get beat up in the trenches, I'm going to punt this ball because I know we are playing good defense. We've been playing better defense than we've been playing offense. So I'm going to give my defense a chance, and I'm going to shorten this field to help my defense because y'all ain't got it all day. So for me, I absolutely love the call now because the fact for you guys to get it, and I done gave y'all 3 times to get it, no, y'all ain't show me. Y'all show me that you're getting beat up in the trenches.
This is the offensive guy saying that. So
that's right.
We're going to punt and play some defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can see why he didn't do it, that's for sure. But going forward, you need to get faith in your head coach. Say, hey, coach, give it to me with 1 yard. We're going to be able to do it. Exactly.
You
got to show that. Get it done.
You get it done.
Yeah, you get it done. Exactly. All right, we're going to take a break here on Raiders Game Day. More on the Raiders' loss. We're going to take a look at one of the highlights. Brock Bowers, the rookie, showed flashes in his very first game. That's coming up.
In 300 feet, turn left.
With Cox's fiber-powered internet, you can do brilliant things.
Exit approaching.
Like upload your voice to Dad's GPS in no time flat.
And I miss you, Daddy. Happy birthday.
Get multi-gig download speeds powered by fiber. Upgrade your internet today with Cox, the nation's fastest internet provider. Limited availability in select areas.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. It's your job to stock the city, Restaurants and rooftops, bars and basements. Every corner store. And when it gets tough, you stay driven. Give it all you got, going nonstop for 20 stops. Because at the end of the day, every single round is on you. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Hey Raider Nation, when you come to see the Raiders take the field at Allegiant Stadium, you should do it from the best seats in the house. So grab an ice-cold Coors Light, and you can enter to win tickets for these Coors Light silver seats at Allegiant Stadium. With plush seating, state-of-the-art beverage coolers, and wireless phone chargers, there's no better place to watch your Raiders bring home the win. Celebrate responsibly.
Looking good, guys.
Thanks!
Oh, hey, Pickle!
Hi, Dad!
I brought Mom's glasses from the hotel.
Oh, great! She's in the ballroom, the big one!
I'm coming up!
Vacations are better with the credit gods on your side. Rewards once available to the few are now accessible to the many. Earn points for travel with Credit One Bank and live large.
How are you feeling?
I'm good.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
In 300 feet, turn left.
With Cox's fiber-powered internet, you can do brilliant things.
Exit approaching.
Like upload your voice to Dad's GPS in no time flat.
And I miss you, Daddy. Happy birthday.
Get multi-gig download speeds powered by fiber. Upgrade your internet today with Cox, the nation's fastest internet provider. Limited availability in select areas.
Intermountain Health understands that life can be a challenging game, and mental wellness is vital to our overall health. It takes courage to admit when we're not okay, and even more to reach out. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, call or text 988 or visit strongestplay.com for mental wellness resources. Welcome back. And so the Raiders lose this one 22-10 to the Chargers. But in this game, one thing that was a highlight was the promising introduction of a young Brock Bowers, rookie, into this offense. Also, though, we leave the game with a question. Should we be worried about the Raiders' run defense? Well, to answer that question and to break down Brock Bowers, let's turn it over to JJ and EA. JJ, why don't you hit it first?
EA, let's talk. Let's talk to the young fella, the young tight end, Brock Bowers. Some special things. I'm all about the positive over here. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to talk about.
There you go.
But listen, right here, jumbo formation, all right? We got one wide receiver. We got two tight ends right here. This is a good formation for us right here. Right here, you see Brock Bowers going down the field. We're going to sail this over, and we're going to come back on this corner route wide open. The young fella's going to be good. The only thing I want right here, I seen this boy at Georgia.
Yeah, me too.
And I seen him break a lot of tackles.
Look at the
He about 240 right here.
Right.
We ain't running out of bounds. Go dip your shoulder on this DB and get some more yards and let them know what you all about. Then right here, this is another good route. The young tight end runs routes like a wide receiver. I believe he needs a high volume of these targets, him and Devontae Adams. I believe they are our best players on the offensive side of the ball. Number 89, Brock Bowers, does things to the defense that the other number 2s and the number 3s receivers can't. Can't put a small guy on him, he too big.
Love that
Can't
fact
put a
about
big guy on him, they too small, they too slow.
Right.
All right, so we got to find a way to get him
Later on, he's going to be a huge asset to this football team. Now, all offseason, all we were talking about was, man, can the Raiders stop the run? All offseason, what the defensive linemen do, they work on their pass rushing moves. But you know what? You got to be able to stop the run in order to get to your pass rushing moves. Right here, first half, we were incredible. Only had 26 yards rushing in the first half. This is a game of two halves. Here, if you're in the wrong gap here, you're going to miss this tackle in the secondary, and now he's off to the races. A big chunk run from a Jim Harbaugh football team. You know that's what he wants to do. Here you see again, you can't have those missed tackles. You got to find a way to get your head inside the gap and now be able to get off, play with heavy hands, and make the tackle. One more time here. Remember, guys, only 26 yards in the first half, and they finished with 167 yards because of big plays like this, and they were able to get after it up front.
And can we run this back one more time? It don't matter which play.
Here we go.
I want everybody to see these linebackers and to see this D-line. This is a 60-yard run, but you see these linebackers and you see the D linemen running down the football field because it's an explosive game. So you know what? On the next play, they're going to be gassed.
Tired, right.
And that's what the offense wants to run downhill, and that's Harbaugh offense. We got to find a way to stop that.
Harbaugh all the way, all day long. First half, we played incredible football. Second half, not enough. Back to you, Amber.
You're right about that, and the numbers back you up, EA. Look at the first half of the Raiders defense. They only allowed 83 yards total. In the second half, 233 yards. As far as points allowed, 16 points in the second half. Held them to just 6 in the first half. Here's the one I don't understand.
Oh, my goodness.
How are you going to hold a team to 0% on third down, which is fantastic?
Oh, incredible.
0 for 7 is fantastic. Kudos to them in the first half. Then you jump to allowing 50% conversion on third down in the second half, and that's a problem. The red zone defense didn't let them score in the red zone, in the second half. And one of the things you were bringing up, EA, that was really important is that pass rush is expected to be a strength of this team, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
But that is a privilege you get for stopping the run.
It is.
On first and second down.
I tell you, Amber, all offseason, all you see when you look at the social media is you have these pass rushing camps. No one's trying to stop the run.
Yeah.
Everybody's rushing pass rushing moves. They're doing this move and dipping and doing that. You're like, woo, that looks good.
Actually true.
Right. You come to that first game and you have light hands. You got to have heavy hands to stop the run. You got to punch somebody, push them into the hole, make sure that your outside is secure, all those things. And it just wasn't enough. It wasn't consistent. First half, incredible job. We have to play more consistent if we're going to be the kind of defensive football team that this team can rely on. And we're going to have to do that starting next week.
But not only that, though, it's on us, too.
Yeah.
Because you know who else helps the pass rush? The offense scoring some dang points. If we can score some points and we capitalize and get into the red zone and score, now Max Crosby is saying, hey, we up 2 scores. You know what? Justin Herbert has to drop back and pass. I could pin my ears back and go get the quarterback. If you're not scoring points offensively, then the other team does not have to be aggressive, and they can run the ball.
Especially with Jim Harbaugh. He's just going to run the ball all day.
Absolutely. So we have to score points on offense to be able to help our defensive players out so they can rush the passer and have some fun.
That's a great point. And Max Crosby started out the game strong. He has that sack early on. Looks like Christian Wilkins has the energy. Remember, he kind of got it pushing Justin Herbert a little bit there. But then it looks like a rookie has a great game against Max Crosby. Joe Alt, right, is there at the tackle position going up against Max Crosby. And CBS points it out like, oh, he did great against Max Crosby. Well, I mean, they were running the football.
And look how fast the ball is out. And that's the one thing. So when you have a great pass rusher, your quarterback is told, man, get the ball out of your hands so we can frustrate the pass rusher. So we're going to throw the ball quickly. We're going to use all of these opportunities when Max is rushing the quarterback to get the balls out. You know, run the football. We're going to throw the other way. We're going to slide the other way. So the young man, you know, the rookie did a pretty good job, but I tell you, it was more about the design of the offense. He only threw the ball 26 times, you know.
No question. I mean, it's not like we just were sitting here watching one-on-one man-to-man with my man and Max Crosby. They did an excellent job running the ball. Max Crosby had to play the run the whole game. And that's why I blame the offense, because if we're able to score some points, Max can pin his ears back and go get the passer. The young fella's going to be good.
Yeah, he is.
He's going to be good, but let's not get it twisted.
Let's not go there.
But you know what? I do have to give a shout out to my guy LaDainian Tomlinson that came on the Silver and Black show, and his bold prediction for the game was it was going to be a low pass attempt game. He said, I don't think either team's going to throw for 20 yards. Well, the Chargers only threw, for 20 pass attempts. He said the Chargers only threw for 26, so he wasn't that far off. He knew what a Jim Harbaugh offense was going to look like. He won the national championship with 10 completed passes, so it worked today, but we'll see him again here. We're going to talk to Antonio Pierce. He's on the podium. That's coming up next on Raiders Game Day. This segment of Raiders Game Day is brought to you by Twitch. Be sure to check out the Raiders' fifth quarter podcast. Listen and follow wherever you podcast.
Yeah, no, we consider going for it as a long one. I mean, got stopped earlier in the game, momentum. Punter had done a good job, pinning those guys back. I think we had 2 or 3 points. I think 3 punts inside the 20. Again, defense was the strength for the most part of the game. Keep them back there with 3 timeouts. A lot of things factor into not going for it on 4th and 1. We got to do a better job of composure, starts with myself and the coaching staff. I mean, what happened at the end of the game is unexcusable. It's not going to be tolerated. And at the end of the day, we can't be selfish. You got to play team football, and we talked about it. Win the line of scrimmage, which we didn't do on either side of the ball, and taking care of the football. I just addressed it. It's undisciplined. In the game, just not worth it. I mean, they scored. I mean, they kicked their ass, they scored. Let it go. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's something we harped on. We talked about literally for 2 weeks. I thought for the most part in preseason we did a decent job of that. But, you look at it. We had 2 explosive runs, got a holding. Got another explosive run, we fumbled the ball. It seemed like right when we got midfield, there was like this – it was like something that was going on. It just either pushed us back and we couldn't figure it out. And that's we're going to go with players and coaches, all of us. We've got to obviously look at it. And it's not good enough because there's plenty of opportunities for us to put points on the board. Thought we had it. And again, you're going to play the game going for it every 4th down? No. You got an all-pro punter there, and you got a defense that's playing well for majority of the game. You play football. But, the style of play, the way we want to play, our identity did not show up today.
I like it.
All right, one big number, and it's simple.
3
turnovers. You know how many the Chargers had?
0.
You lose the turnover battle by that big of a ratio, you're going to lose the game. And more importantly, of the 22 points that the Chargers scored, 13 points were scored off of those turnovers.
Yeah.
Give them back the ball. They capitalized on it, especially at the end of the game with the touchdown. But you have Zamir White fumbles the ball. After a great run that would have put the Raiders in scoring position, comes back on a very questionable holding penalty. Then Gardner Minshew fumbles it. The ball slipped out of his hands. Here's a look.
Yeah.
I mean, it slipped out of his hands.
Even if
I would.
Ball security.
Go ahead, JJ.
I really want to know what happened on that play because Gardner Minshew was picking the ball up to throw this ball hot to Devontae. I don't know if Devontae was supposed to check hot and get it out, but those are the little things right there that we cannot have. You cannot turn the ball over like that when you got a chance to really go put some points up and score and really kind of put this game out of reach because our defense did play their tails off, man, for most of this game.
The rhythm, right? Your quarterback and maybe the best receiver in the National Football League, and you haven't really had an opportunity, this offseason because of the competition with Aiden or whatever, but you just really didn't see that rhythm between the 2 players because of, Devontae had the baby, wasn't able to play, and then the last preseason game, of course, the ball was thrown all over the place, but that just shows you, no matter how good you are, quarterback and your top receiver has to be on the same page.
No doubt.
And we saw that across the league. We saw Kirk Cousins have trouble finding pace with his receivers. I mean, there was a lot of veteran quarterbacks out there that struggled. And by the way, Joey Bosa just made a great play on that center White.
He did.
That was just, there's not a lot you can do. That was a great play. Sometimes you just got to hand it to him. And by the way,
he make money too, right?
He does make a lot of money. Last time I checked. Antonio Pierce did answer the question, though, that we had about what he was thinking. And he brought up the identity. The identity didn't show up, but the identity would be to punt. That's what he wants, is to rely on the defense and then trust them to get the ball back. And so he stuck to kind of what he believed the identity of the team should be. And it just, it didn't work out. But it's only game number 1. All right, still more to come. We're going to hear from Gardner Minshew as he makes his first start with the Raiders. That's coming up next. He takes the podium here on Raiders Game Day. This segment of Raiders Game Day is brought to you by America First Credit Union. For every Raiders first down at Allegiant Stadium this year, America First Credit Union will be donating $100 to a local charity.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro.
Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day. Gonna be a day
When I'll be the one.
you dream.
It's gonna.
It's gonna be Ray.
Dude, are you crying?
You've earned this, so hold it up high. Your 5-star chefs on 4 wheels, running your kitchen all over town, pushing through working hours and after hours. No matter rain or shine, because when you stay hungry, your neighborhood stays fed. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Taste is not an option. Taste is everything. 1800, the world's most awarded tequila.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. Your 5-star chefs on 4 wheels, running your kitchen all over town, pushing through working hours and after hours. No matter rain or shine, because when you stay hungry, your neighborhood stays fed. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Maybe so. Anytime you have a team play majority 2-high defense, you're going to have a lot of that. They did a good job keeping a roof on things for the most part. We got guys that can really stretch the field and go get it, so, we want to find ways to do more of that. Yeah.
This is probably a little bit above your pay rate, but 4th and 1 down there at the 43-yard line. It looked like you guys were thinking about going for it. Would you have rather gone for it right there?
That's coach's decision, But I think anybody that's any type of ball player wants the ball in their hands, with the opportunity to help the team. Yeah, maybe so. Gonna have to look at the film. I think we're gonna see some positive stuff on tape. A lot to clean up. I feel like we beat ourselves a lot of the game. Hats off to them. They played a great game, played hard. Like I said, kept a roof on things, but I think we still have very high expectations of what we can do as an offense, and that execution wasn't up to our standard.
And then also your first game as a Raider, what did you like about your performance tonight?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to watch the film. But we didn't win, so it's not good enough.
Kind of beating yourself. Is that what makes it this kind of a game that much more frustrating when you kind of know that you shot yourself in the foot a few times?
It is frustrating, but it's also encouraging. You know, like I think we still have a lot of juice on offense. We have a lot of dudes, and once it clicks, it's going to click. You know, so I think we just got to keep pressing, keep moving forward, and we're going to be fine.
You never know what you're going to get out of week one. So what did you learn from this game that you maybe didn't know?
Yeah, no, they had a good game plan. Like I said, I think they made us really earn it, move the ball down the field, and at times we weren't good enough at doing that, being inconsistent. I think that's probably the biggest takeaway just right now.
Your own side, though, what did you learn from your own guys and the chemistry you're trying to build?
Yeah, no, I thought it was good, man. Obviously, you know, we had some tough drives, some tough stops, plays we want back, but I mean, I feel like our overall demeanor, like we were in it till the end. Like we're gonna try to figure out a way to get in there, even with down 2 scores. Like I feel good about our guys. You know, every time we step in the huddle, we're expecting to win that play and win the game.
Sort of slip out. It looked like maybe you didn't have a good grip on it off the snap.
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little bit of miscommunication on my part. Tried to pull it back, didn't work. It's totally on me.
You did say miscommunication. Oh.
All right, so JJ, you found out the question you had about what exactly happened on that play.
So it's 2 things right now. Either he's being a heck of a leader, protecting Devontae, or DA was tripping. It's one of those 2. But I love that.
But respect that.
It's on me.
You got to respect that either way. The Raiders' run game does have to be better because obviously this is going to be a run-first kind of offense. It sets up the play-action pass. But there were good moments. There were some chunk plays that were productive. And Alexander Mattison, you know, was one of them.
Yes, and I tell you one thing that Gardner said earlier that, hey, why was a lot of checkdowns? Because there's 2 high safeties. There are 2 high safeties because no one right at this moment respects our running game.
Exactly.
So if that running game starts going, now we'll see that safety come down to the box, and that's when we can utilize the play action pass and all that. But until we're able to kind of get to the line of scrimmage and do this consistently, this is great here. We just got to do it consistently to really make the defense respect it and bring that safety in the box.
Can I give a suggestion?
What? What's that?
You're allowed to.
Because I think that the personnel that we have screams, let's pass this football. Let's spread people out.
Well,
you have 2 really good tight ends. You have 2 really good receivers in Devontae Adams and Jacoby. Then you get a 3rd receiver in DJ. Let's spread people out and let's see how they defend us and let's throw the ball. Not only that, when you spread people out, you still get a light box to where we can run this football and you don't have a lot of people in the box. I just don't want us to get caught up in that we trying to ground and pound and play action pass when our personnel says, hey, man, we don't have a big-time back like a big name back like Josh Jacobs. Let's spread people out. Let's throw the ball. Let's create a light box and let's run it.
Okay, so if we spread them out, are we spreading them out with 11 personnel or are we going to stay with our 12 personnel package?
I'm saying both. If we go 12 personnel, let's spread our tight ends out. Our tight ends are fast enough and big enough so people got to guard us. If you want to leave your nickels out there, you want to leave your corners, they're not big enough for us. If you want to bring your linebackers in there and the linebackers is outside the box, then let's tote the rock. But let's spread them out. And then not only that, if we go 3 wide and we put Brock out wide, we at 4 wide, we can still tote the rock. I'm saying I think our personnel screams, let's spread out, and then we can run the ball. But let's think past this thing first.
But
even
you're
if
relying on pass protection and a strong offensive line at that point and Gardner Minshew's arm.
But when you spread people out, that's just an extension of the run game because now you go quick game, right? Don't hold the ball. Let's go quick game. We 4 wide. We can have an opportunity to go quick game.
So I understand that, and that's a great point. But if you go quick game, is that Gardner Minshew's strength to be in the quick game, being able to throw the ball from one side of the hash back to the other side, even though it's a quick game, and being able to get all the receivers involved without being the kind of quarterback who's outside the pocket? Because that's more of a pocket passer.
Isn't that more of Aiden O'Connell's game? But the reason why Gardner Minshew wins the job is because he fit more into what Antonio Pierce is trying to do, which is this run-first identity. But if they go to what JJ's saying,
dropping bling.
But all I'm saying is we got to believe our eyes. Our eyes told us today We got bullied in the trenches. That's just what it said. We up here with the Raiders logo behind us, but that's what it said. We got beat down in the trenches today. So that might not be our strong suit. We might want to try to spread some people out, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands, and then come running the ball downhill. Because today, when we had a bunch of people in the box and on the line of scrimmage in jumbo formation, we ain't get a lot of action.
We didn't.
I know, JJ, you made a point earlier that Brock Bowers and Davante Adams are your two best pass catchers. It doesn't matter who has more targets, but they have to be the most targeted.
Absolutely.
But wouldn't you think that Davante Adams would have to be the most targeted? And the fact that he didn't catch a pass and he wasn't targeted until 2 minutes left in the first quarter, again, he's a rhythm guy.
Yeah, but they had a out and up for him early. It just didn't work out. So they have
I didn't see that one. I thought it wasn't the first target.
You know, they have to. I mean, Davante's that kind of player. You know, he's a Jerry Rice kind of guy where I don't think they have enough. Like when you would go into the game with Jerry, they would script the first 15, and he would have like 7 of them. So you knew that as a defensive back, he would have like 7 of them.
Get him in
slant, out, you know, backside,
that's
stop
what I'm saying.
route.
Shouldn't it be more like that?
They need that with Davante. I don't care what team Davante's on. They need that aspect, and I just don't think they have that right now because of the identity they're trying to create with the physical presence of running the football. And I agree with you about being able to spread out, because I think we can, but if you do that, are we changing the quarterback? After this whole process we've went through, are you changing the quarterback?
I think you see if Gardner Minshew can do it. But when you get into these jumbos formations and you only have 2 wide receivers out there, you know what that allows the defense to do? Run a safety over Davante Adams.
Exactly.
If we're in 4 wide receivers, you can't consistently run a safety over Davante Adams, and he can get the football in his hands. And blame me if I'm wrong, but Jacoby Myers is one of the best number 2 receivers in the game.
He has game.
His route running is pretty unbelievable.
We
need to take a break, but all suggestions are open. We're going to put that one in the suggestion box for Antonio Pierce. When we come back, though, hey, maybe they'll use it against the Ravens. And look ahead next. This segment of Raiders Game Day is brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders.
In 300 feet, turn left.
With Cox's fiber-powered internet, you can do brilliant things.
Exit approaching.
Like upload your voice to Dad's GPS in no time flat.
And I miss you, Daddy. Happy birthday.
Get multi-gig download speeds powered by fiber. Upgrade your internet today with Cox, the nation's fastest internet provider. Limited availability in select areas.
Looking good, guys.
Thanks.
Oh, hey, Pickle.
Hi, Dad.
I brought Mom's glasses from the hotel.
Oh, great. She's in the ballroom, the big one.
I'm coming up.
Vacations are better with the credit gods on your side. Rewards once available to the few are now accessible to the many. Earn points for travel with Credit One Bank and live large.
Hey Raider Nation, when you come to see the Raiders take the field at Allegiant Stadium, you should do it from the best seats in the house. So grab an ice cold Coors Light, and you can enter to win tickets for these Coors Light silver seats at Allegiant Stadium. With plush seating, state-of-the-art beverage coolers, and wireless phone chargers, there's no better place to watch your Raiders bring home the win. Celebrate responsibly.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
Raiders Game Day is brought to you by Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights, only at Allegiant.com. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, choose chill, an official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. And by Twitch, watch, discover, join in.
Knowing that this game was close, if not maybe for the turnovers, not playing clean football.
Yeah, we just got to be cleaner. I think there's a lot to learn from this tape from the day, but the one that we don't even need to see the tape is obviously taking care of football, so we got to be on that. I'll tell you, as an offensive player, you guys had that ball, obviously, 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter, and on the Chargers side of the field. Did you guys want to go for it in that situation as well? I mean, my job is to run routes and do what's called. I don't really want to get into that.
All right, so Davante Adams now 0-1 with the Raiders at the beginning of the season. That people didn't want to start this way, but you got the Ravens coming up next. It's not an easy task to go across the country. Ravens are also 0-1. They're looking to break even against the Raiders, but then there's some real opportunities. I mean, the Carolina Panthers got killed today by the Saints. The Browns got beaten by the Cowboys.
And we own the Broncos.
We own the Broncos.
We own them.
Yeah, no matter what season it is, they're going to get the win on that one. All right, we're going to see you guys next Sunday for Raiders Game Day. For James Jones and Eric Allen, I'm Amber Theoharis. Have a good Sunday, everybody.